Hi everyone, how are you doing today? It is Thursday, December 10th, 2020. Happy Flossmas Day I was going to say day 20, but it's not day 20. It's half of that. Happy Flossmas Day 10. I hope you're all having a great day. I just got home from work not that long ago. It's about 4:30 in the evening, and I have a full night ahead of me. But I wanted to get on here and film my video for you all like I've been doing every day for the last 10 days, 9 days, and chat with you a little bit. So how are you doing? Hope you're all doing well. It was a busy day today. It's been a busy week, but December's flying by. We're here again on Flossmas Day 10. And first off, I want to thank you all for the kind comments from yesterday's video when I showcased another plant of mine, the Hoya rope right there, the Hindu rope. I appreciate everyone saying that they really enjoyed the plants, so I will probably continue to feature a few of them throughout the rest of the month. I don't have that many more varieties that are different than what you see. I have a lot of Thanksgiving cacti. So that's predominantly what I have, but I will showcase a few others as we go on through the holiday season and go from there. Happy Hanukkah to all of those who celebrate Hanukkah, our Jewish friends. Today, I believe, is the first day of Hanukkah, so I hope you all have a wonderful Hanukkah festivities if you participate in that, and enjoy. So first off, we're probably going to get a lot of questions about my sweater, so I'm just going to go ahead and answer that right now. The sweater I am wearing is one, if you've been with me for a while, you've seen it before on my videos, but this is the very first sweater I ever knit. This is a color work yoke shawl, pullover, called the Alchemy pullover from the Rib magazine, which no longer exists. I don't know if you can still get the copies that you know, the few that have been made, but this is the Alchemy pullover from volume 3 of the Rib magazine. I knit this 2-3 years. I don't remember. It's been a while. This is knit with wool of the Andes, worsted weight yarn from Knit Picks in the 10 colorway pattern. There was a 10 and a 5, I think. I did the full 10. So I did the best as I could to match the colors that are in the pattern. It's not a perfect match, but it's a pretty close match, and I really, really like the sweater. Today's the first time I've worn it this season, so it was kind of nice to wear it. I'm glad it still fits. And really, really happy, especially for my very first color work sweater, as well as, well, it's my very first sweater. It's probably the one that fits the best too, surprisingly. And, you know, the color work added an extra dimension of challenge to it. So really happy with my sweater. All right, so the next thing I want to showcase for you is something that I've done before, that I finished a couple years ago. I've never fully finished it though. I was hoping to get to that this year. It's probably not going to happen at this point, but it's my only Christmas pattern I've ever stitched, and that is the Country Cottage Needleworks Ornamental Joy. So Country Cottage Needleworks Ornamental Joy. I did this in my own color variation. I didn't want to do the traditional green and red that is in this pattern. I also didn't do the brown fabric. So I went ahead, and many of you have probably seen this before. Those of you who are new have never seen this before. And here is my version of Ornamental Joy. So I did this on a red, I think it's called Riverbank. I want to say it's a 40 count. I think it's a 40 count. I don't remember anymore. It's been a couple of years. But it's a red Riverbank color fabric. And it is a linen. It's not an even weave. It is a linen. And then I basically picked my own color. So I wanted more of a color scheme that would look well in my home. I prefer the darker, more traditional style colors. So what I did was I chose a gold and white. I think they're Krynic. I think it's like a pearl and a gold Krynic. And then I did some, I want to say the blue and the yellow. The blue, the yellow, and the gray, I believe, are color and cottons. I could be completely wrong. So if you're interested in what the colorway, the colors are in this, go check out a former Around the Holidays video of mine from like 2-3 years ago, and that would tell you how many what the colors are. I'm 99% sure they're color and cotton. So there you go. That is my ornamental joy. I thought you guys would like to see that. I'm really pleased with how this turned out, and yeah, there you go. Ornamental joy. Okay. So today's progress that I have to show you, I don't have a whole lot of progress today. I did stitch a good bit, stitch and knit a good bit last night. I forgot to grab my dishcloth. I did finish the dishcloth that I showed yesterday. So again, it's another honeydew colored Knit Picks dishcloth that I've showcased in the last couple videos. It's completely done. I'm probably done with dishcloths for a while, but I was in the mood, so I did them, and who knows? I say that, and I might do one this weekend. So really trying to just use up the yarns that I have and have stuff on hand in case I ever need a gift or something like that. With my knitting, so I finished that dishcloth, but I also worked on the scarf that I've been working on for a while. Excuse me. This is a 100% acrylic Vanna white yarn that I purchased a few years ago from Joann Fabrics on clearance. I don't know if this is still available anymore, and I don't have the color name. But this is in a fisherman's rib, so from here up is where I knit last night. I'm trying to get this done. I'm not allowing myself to work on any other knitting until this is completely done. So this is all that I have left of that skein. I was thinking that that's all that I was going to do, but I don't think it's long enough. Because if I put it on, it just barely goes over me. You could do the wrap, but you can't really like throw it up over your shoulder or anything. So I'm going to have to go ahead and put another skein of yarn into this. I have 2 more skeins available at my disposal. I was hoping to get another scarf out of that, but that's not going to be the case. So I'll put another skein into this and see how long it is. Maybe I'll use both in this. I doubt it though. So we'll see what happens. Now I'm curious because I went from one skein of striping to the next skein, which was a lot more pooling. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with the next skein. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I am very, very pleased with this. And I'm glad that it's going from like the big pooling to more of like the pendant style pools. It's just kind of changing all over the place, which I really like. So there you go. That is the scarf that I'm working on currently. I have a meeting that I have to attend tonight, a virtual meeting. And so I'll probably work on this when I'm not talking in the meeting. And then continue working on this through the evening. Hopefully I'll have a finish of the scarf before the end of the weekend, so I can start working on some other stuff. I was already looking at the sock yarn that I have in my cabinet around the corner, and I'm really thinking that I'm going to start a pair of socks after this. I also have a shawl that I'm working on that I showcased, I think, back in October or November, that I want to pull out and try to get that finished up too. Maybe it was in the spring that I showed you guys that one. So I haven't touched it in quite a while, so I want to try to get that wrapped up and finished out, and then we'll go on from there. So I probably won't start any other big projects until till this scarf is done and that shawl that I have in the closet is done. Finally, my cross stitch. So like I showed you guys yesterday, I am working on the Queen sampler, Elizabeth I from Plum Street Samplers. An unusual stitch for me. I don't ever say that I never do anything, but this is something that Plum Street are not really up my alley. But I really like this one, obviously, because I love the Tudors and history, and I already did Henry VIII. This is a much different scale than Henry VIII, But I'm really enjoying this one. Of course, like I said yesterday in the video, the colors and the fabric that it shows go hand in hand. It looks amazing. And I'm shaking the table again. But here is my progress so far. So all I've done is just started the bottom of Elizabeth's dress. So really pleased with how that is turning out. I'm looking forward to getting more of the dress done. It took me a while because I started with the black and then I was like, no, I need to do the red before I continue on with the black. So I did the red crowns and then I added the black around it. So I'm also kind of slow to 40 count again because I was working on, excuse me a second. I had to sneeze and it was an ugly sneeze and I knew it was going to be an ugly sneeze, so I went ahead and paused the video. Anywho, where was I at? I was talking about the dress. I went ahead and did all the red and then the black around it. So, I know what I was going to say. I don't want to say I'm struggling, but it's taking a bit longer to get back to the 40 count linen. Because I was working on that Riolis kit, the bonsai tree, and then some other, the buzzard, which is on a 28 count, going to the 40 count, and then dark color fabrics don't ever bother me. But I'm noticing I'm a little bit slower on the stitching right now than I used to be. I'll get there. I'm not worried about it. And plus, I'm in no hurry to stitch this thing up. Just on the whim, I wanted to start it. So, just a food for thought there. An observation I made last night. So there we go. The Queen Sampler. This is on a 40 count linen called Old Linen from XJU Designs on Etsy. XJU Designs. All one word. Hope you like it. Okay, so that is all I have for you today. Next, I'm going to go and I have to clean the house because I'm hosting a party game night tomorrow with some friends that I see all the time. And then I have my meeting at 7 o'clock tonight, so I need to get ready for that. So I'm trying to get all the cleaning done before the meeting, so after the meeting I can then stitch and relax and enjoy the rest of my night. So happy Thursday. Happy Flossmas Day 10. Don't forget to check out my Etsy store for the promotion that I'm doing right now of $1 going towards the Philadelphia Zoo for any pattern that's sold during the month of December. Link will be below in the info section. And until we see each other tomorrow, happy stitching. And as always, don't forget to always be creative.